How to fill wall tile grout in the bathroom. Comprehensive guide introduction. Welcome to this detailed guide where we'll walk you through one of the most crucial steps in finishing bathroom walls, filling the grout lines between ceramic wall tiles. While this may seem like a minor task, it is essential for achieving a professional-looking finish, ensuring durability and maintaining resistance to moisture and mold. Whether you're a DIY enthusiast or a professional tiler, understanding the proper method of grouting can significantly elevate the final appearance and longevity of your tiled surfaces. Part 1. Tools and materials. You will need, before starting, make sure you have all the tools and materials required. Tile grout, preferably waterproof and mold resistant, a rubber grout float or a plastic trowel, a clean soft sponge bucket of clean, water, a clean cloth or rag, a small scraper or utility knife for removing old grout if necessary, gloves and a face mask for safety. Part 2. Preparing the grout lines. Preparation is key. Begin by ensuring all grout lines are completely clean and dry. Use a scraper or a stiff brush to remove dust, adhesive residue, or any particles stuck in the joints. If you are regrouting an old wall, you'll need to remove the existing grout carefully to avoid damaging the edges of the tiles. Once clean, make sure there is no moisture inside the joints, as this can weaken the new grout's bond. Part 3. Mixing the grout. Most tile grouts come as dry powder and need to be mixed with water. Pour a small amount of grout powder into a clean container and gradually add water while stirring until you get a consistency similar to toothpaste. Thick enough to stay in place but smooth enough to spread. Let the mixture sit for 5 to 10 minutes and then remix before applying. Part 4. Applying the grout. Use the rubber float to scoop up some grout and start pressing it into the gaps at a 45-degree angle. Work in small sections, ideally about 1 square meter at a time. Ensure that the grout is packed tightly into all the joints. After covering the section, use the edge of the float to remove excess grout from the tile surface by scraping diagonally across the joints. Part 5. Initial cleaning. Wait about 10 to 20 minutes after application. Just enough for the grout to start setting but not fully harden. Use a slightly damp sponge to wipe the tiles in circular motions. Rinse the sponge frequently and avoid dragging grout out of the joints. This step may take several passes to fully clean the tile surfaces. Part 6. Final cleaning and inspection. After 1 to 2 hours, a haze may form on the tiles. Use a clean, dry cloth to buff away this haze. Carefully inspect the entire surface and refill any mist or shallow spots with fresh grout. Allow the new patches to set and repeat the cleaning process as needed. Part 7. Sealing the grout lines. Once the grout is completely dry, typically after 24 hours, apply a grout sealer using a small brush or applicator. This sealer protects against moisture, stains, and mildew, especially in wet areas like bathrooms. Follow the product instructions for best results and reapply the sealer annually for long-term protection. Extra tips from the pros: avoid working in direct sunlight or in very hot temperatures, as grout can dry too quickly and become brittle. Choose grout color carefully. Lighter colors brighten a space but are more prone to staining, while darker colors are more forgiving. Mix only as much grout as you can use within 30 minutes to avoid waste. Always clean tools immediately after use to prevent hardening. Conclusion. That concludes our in-depth tutorial on how to properly fill grout between wall tiles in the bathroom. Paying close attention to each step, from preparation to sealing, ensures that your tiled wall will look beautiful and stand up to the moisture and wear that bathrooms endure daily. If you found this helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your questions or suggestions for future videos. How to fill wall tile grout in the bathroom. Ultimate comprehensive guide introduction. Welcome to this in-depth tutorial where we will walk through the essential process of filling grout lines between ceramic wall tiles in the bathroom. This might seem like a small finishing step, but it plays a major role in enhancing the look, functionality, and longevity of your tiled surfaces. Proper grouting not only ensures a visually appealing wall, but also provides water resistance, helps prevent mold growth, and improves overall durability. Whether you're a DIY hobbyist tackling a bathroom remodel or a professional tiler seeking a refresher, this guide will equip you with everything you need. Part 1. Understanding grout and why it matters. Before we dive into the practical steps, let's understand what grout actually is and why it's crucial. Grout is a dense fluid, often a mixture of cement, sand, and water, that is used to fill the spaces between tiles. It binds the tiles together, fills the gaps to prevent water from seeping behind the tiles, and contributes to the structural integrity of the tile surface. There are several types of grout, including sanded, unsanded, epoxy, and furan grout. For bathroom wall tiles, unsanded grout or epoxy grout is typically preferred due to its smooth finish and resistance to moisture. Part 2. Tools and materials. You will need having the right tools makes the grouting job much easier and more effective. Here's a comprehensive checklist. Unsanded or epoxy grout suitable for bathrooms rubber grout float. For application: mixing bucket and a trowel or mixing paddle clean sponge, soft and non-abrasive. 2 buckets of clean water, 1 for rinsing, 1 for mixing. Utility knife or grout removal tool, if regrouting. Lint-free cloth or microfiber towel grout sealer and applicator brush painter's tape to protect fixtures or edges. Safety gear, gloves, safety goggles, and a dust mask. Part 3. Preparing. The tile surface and grout joint. Start by inspecting the wall surface. Remove any debris, dust, or adhesive left from tile installation. If you're regrouting, use the grout removal tool to carefully scrape out the old grout without damaging tile edges. Vacuum or brush away the loosened particles and then wipes the area with a damp cloth. Allow it to fully dry before proceeding. Moisture is the enemy of fresh grout, so make sure the joints are completely dry. It's also helpful to tape off any fixtures or areas you don't want grout to reach. If your tiles are highly porous, consider pre-wetting them slightly to prevent the grout from sticking or staining their surface. Part 4. Mixing the grout properly. Pour the grout powder into a clean bucket and slowly add water or a liquid additive if recommended. Mix using a trowel or a mixing paddle attached to a drill. Stir until the mixture is smooth and lump-free. The goal is to achieve a peanut butter-like consistency, thick but pliable. Allow the grout to slake, rest, for about 10 minutes, then remix it without adding more water. This step activates the binding agents and improves workability. Pro tip: only mix as much grout as you can use within 20-30 minutes, especially if you're new to the process. Part 5. Applying the grout to the wall. Tiles using the rubber float, scoop a generous amount of grout and press it firmly into the joints. Hold the float at a 45-degree angle to the tile surface. Spread the grout diagonally across the tiles to avoid pulling it out of the joints. Work in small sections around 2F1 x 2F and don't rush. Apply firm pressure to ensure all gaps are fully filled. After covering the joints, hold the float almost upright and scrape off excess grout from the tile surface. Don't worry about removing every bit of residue at this point. We'll clean that up in the next step. Part 6. First cleaning and sponge. Wipe down, let the grout set for about 10 to 20 minutes depending on temperature and humidity. Dip the sponge into clean water, wring it out thoroughly, and gently wipe the tile surface in a circular motion. The goal is to remove excess grout without disturbing the joints. Rinse the sponge frequently to avoid smearing residue. Continue this step over the entire section you just grouted. Don't apply too much pressure. If the sponge is too wet or you're pressing hard, you risk hollowing out the grout lines. Part 7. Buffing and secondary cleaning. After an hour or two, a chalky haze will likely develop on the tile surface. This is normal. Use a dry microfiber cloth or a terry towel to buff the haze off the tiles. For stubborn spots, lightly dampen the cloth with clean water. At this stage, double-check all grout lines for consistency. If you notice any shallow or cracked joints, mix a small amount of fresh grout and touch up the area. Part 8. Curing and protecting. The fresh grout needs time to cure, typically 24 to 72 hours. Avoid touching the surface during this period. Make sure the bathroom is well ventilated to speed up drying. Keep doors and windows open if possible, and avoid using the shower during this time. Once dry, apply a grout sealer using a small applicator brush, cotton swab, or squeeze bottle. The sealer protects against moisture absorption, staining, and mildew. Let it dry fully, then apply a second coat if needed. Reapply sealer every 6 to 12 months to maintain long-term durability. Advanced tips and common mistakes to avoid always. Read and follow manufacturer instructions on grout and sealer packaging. Avoid adding water after grout has slaked. It weakens the mixture. Don't overclean the surface too early or too aggressively. Never use harsh chemicals on newly grouted surfaces. Work with proper lighting to inspect for even application. Use a grout colorant to refresh old grout without removal if needed. Conclusion: by following these detailed steps, you can achieve a clean, professional, and durable grout finish on your bathroom walls. Proper preparation, correct mixing and application, and careful cleaning make all the difference in both aesthetics and longevity. If this tutorial helped you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts or questions in the comments. More tile installation and finishing guides are coming soon. Stay tuned.